Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Tuesday, February 1st slate of NBA games. I'm super excited to hop into today's slate. We had a very successful month of January, so hopefully we can keep that moving forward into February. Had a pretty good ending to the day yesterday. We did end up going 2-1, so we'll do a quick recap of that. First, we had the Grizzlies +4. We got that really early the night before. That one ended up cashing for us. It was a not double overtime, excuse me. It was an overtime game. They ended up losing by 3. So it was pretty close, but at the end of the day, it did end up covering for us. And then we did have the Clippers money line. Unfortunately, that one didn't work out. Even with Sabonis out, Zubac just made all the difference. So unfortunately, that one didn't cash for us. Then we had Fred VanVleet under 21.5 points. He did end up with 15. So we did end up 2-1 yesterday. So for the month of January overall, we went 54-31-1 again, or just overall. So, we had a really good month of January. So hopefully we can finish that, or we can bring it over into February. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. First, I did want to say we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We are less than 500 away from 3,000, so I will be doing that parlay giveaway at 3,000. Already checked with Austin from Calling Our Shot once again, so shout out to him. But I'm really excited to hop into it. So let's go ahead and hop into today's slate. Our first play of the day is going to be Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks under 8.5 rebounds versus the Washington Wizards -125 odds. Bobby Portis, he has not been very good when it comes to rebounding the ball recently. He has actually went under this 8.5 line in 3 straight games. So he has just not been very good at getting those rebounds. And if you look at it, Giannis does look like he is going to be in again. And obviously Giannis, he grabs a lot of those rebounds. And so with Giannis in, it's very tough for Bobby Portis to be able to get his rebounds. And Bobby Portis does kind of play he plays different with Giannis on the floor, obviously. When Giannis is in, Bobby Portis really likes to stretch the floor. He really likes to shoot the 3. And don't get me wrong, he's fantastic at it. Bobby Portis is much better than when he was in Chicago, that's for sure. But with him in, it's going to limit his rebound opportunities as well. And this is a pretty crazy stat, but against the Washington Wizards, Bobby Portis has only hit this over in rebounds 1 time in his entire career. He has not played very well against the Washington Wizards in retrospect, just in the past. So I do think it's kind of a tough spot for him against the Washington Wizards team, who does have Montrezl Harrell, who does have Daniel Gafford. So they do have some pretty good rebounding guys, and so I do think it's going to be a tough spot for Bobby Portis. And if you look at it, the spread for this game as of right now is that the Bucks are 11.5 point favorites. So there's a lot of blowout potential in this game. We may see him just play just over 20 minutes and kind of rest for the rest of it. So that is our first play of the day. Bobby Portis under 8.5 rebounds versus the Washington Wizards -125 odds. Our second play of the day is going to be Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic over 15.5 points versus my Chicago Bulls -120 odds. So, like I always say, I'm done betting on my Chicago Bulls, but I will be betting against them because, it always just seems to work out. So, Franz Wagner has been really good in his last 4 games. He's actually cashed this line in 4 straight games. When it comes to my Chicago Bulls, they're not really a terrible defensive team, but they do give up the 5th most points per game to opposing small forwards. So, if there is one position that we don't guard very well, it's that small forward position. And when it comes to my Bulls, once again, in the last 3 games, they've just been really lackluster. They do have the 9th worst defense in the entire NBA in the last 3 games. And Franz Wagner has played against the Chicago Bulls 3 times this year so far, and he has cashed this over in points twice. So he's been really good against my Chicago Bulls, and no real surprise there. I mean, I love DeMar DeRozan, but he's really not known for his defense, even though I do think he's been a little bit better this year. But regardless, he's not known to be a lockdown defender. He's a bucket getter. So, also in the last 5 games, Franz Wagner has averaged 19.2 points per game, and he is attempting a lot of shots. So I do think we are going to see more of that again. So that's our second play of the day, Franz Wagner over 15.5 points versus the Chicago Bulls -120 odds. So our third and final play of the day, just because there are only 6 games on the slate and a lot of the lines haven't came out yet, so there may be more. but I'm not really sure that I add later. But it's going to be the Detroit Pistons -1.5 versus the New Orleans Pelicans -110 odds. Now, I know. We just bet on Cade Cunningham, and he had one of the worst shooting nights of his entire career. He shot like 3 of 17 or something absolutely awful. But we're not betting on Cade Cunningham this time. We're just betting on his team to win and cover. So if you look at it, in the last 6 games, the Detroit Pistons have really kind of got things clicking. They are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games, including a big one against Cleveland, who has been very, very good all year. And if you look at it from the New Orleans Pelicans side, they've been really struggling lately. They are just 3-5 against the spread in their last 8 games. And on the road, the New Orleans Pelicans are even worse. They are just 10-16 against the spread on the road, and they just played again the night before. So on the second leg of a back-to-back, they are 4-5 against the spread. So I do think we see a pretty big advantage there. And the Pistons at home, that's where one of the very few places that they've kind of thrived. They are 13-10 against the spread at home, and as a home favorite, or in a favorite in general, because they've only been favored 3 times, they are 2-1 against the spread. So they have cashed 67% of the time when they are the favorite or the home favorite. So I really like that. And obviously for the New Orleans Pelicans, Brandon Ingram is going to be out. So that's going to be a huge piece to this team. And obviously if he is out, I don't know. They just are not. They're not nearly the same team as they are whenever Brandon Ingram is in. And so I do think it's going to be very tough for this New Orleans Pelicans team to be able to keep up with a super young Detroit Pistons team. So that is our third and final play of the day. Detroit Pistons -1.5 versus the New Orleans Pelicans. But we do also have our consensus play. Our consensus play of the day is going to be for the Phoenix Suns versus the Brooklyn Nets at the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns are -7, 7-point favorites, and so we do have 3 cappers, 2-2 on Phoenix. So Phoenix is going to be the play there and to cover the 7-point spread in the final game of the night. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so I'd love to be able to hit that by Valentine's Day. So hopefully we can go ahead and do that. I am hoping that, so really quick, we do have really bad weather coming up here in Central Illinois where I do live, and it is supposed to be through Wednesday and Thursday. So you guys may see some live streams here on YouTube for Wednesday and Thursday. I may do kind of like an interactive live stream where we can try to put together some plays on either Wednesday or Thursday as added plays. I'm not really sure. It just might be something that's kind of fun. And if I'm locked in the house anyway with anywhere from 8 to 8 to 15 inches of snow, something crazy, then I might as well make some content out of it. So just wanted to get that off my chest, but hopefully it'll be something that's fun. I'm not really sure if I'm even going to end up doing it, but I might. So just be on the lookout for that. But for right now, this is King Center signing out. Peace.